welcome to my booktube channel. Today I'm going to be doing the end of the year book tag. Question number 1. Are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? I'm actually the kind of reader who can't really read more than one thing at once. I guess the closest I get to reading multiple books is having a nonfiction book I'm reading and a fiction book I'm reading. But usually I keep those separate too, and I'll read one book right after another. That's a long way of saying a book I'm currently reading that I'm going to finish by the year's end is a biography on J.K. Rowling. So if you've been watching my past videos, you know I just finished a biography about Stephen King. I'm really interested in how super popular authors started out, and not just the stories that they've written, but the story of their life, because I think that there's a lot to learn from their experiences. Question number 2. Do you have an autumnal book to transition to the end of the year? I honestly don't know. It sort of depends whatever I'm reading at the time. Even though I have to only read one book at a time, I'm kind of an impromptu reader in that I don't make a lot of plans, so it just depends on what I'm reading at the time. Question number 3. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? Yes, there is. The next book in the Age of Faith series by Tamara, Leigh. So as you know from previous videos, I really love her books, and I can't wait for this one to come out. I've been waiting for it for a while, so as soon as it's out, I'm definitely going to get it. Question number 4. What are 3 books you want to read by the end of the year? So for number 1, I'm going to do Tamara Leigh's book, because that'll be coming out soon. Number 2, I have to do Ending Fear by a friend in my critique group, Deanna. I have the book already. I just need to get around to reading it and then hopefully reviewing it here. Question number 5. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I don't really know what this question means by shocking, but one of my favorite books of the year so far would probably have to be The Talent Code, just because a lot of what I believe is really founded in the premise that achieving your goals is a matter of working persistently and consistently towards them. So I really enjoyed reading The Talent Code and just having it reaffirm some of my beliefs about hard work and diligence. 6. Have you already started making reading plans for 2018? Like I said, I don't really have a list of books I'm going to read next. I'm sort of an impromptu reader, but I do have a few books in mind that I really want to read soon. One of them is On Writing by Stephen King. Just because if anyone would know a lot about writing and the technique, it's probably him, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. The next one is another writing book. It's called The Breakout novel by Donald Moss? I once attended a writing conference where he was teaching the early bird, and I've heard a lot about this book, so it's on my to-read list. Now, for a few fiction novels, I want to read Fawkes. I think that's how you say it. You know, one thing about being a reader is that I always say things wrong, whether it's book titles, the author's names. If I try to use a really descriptive big word I find in the book, like the first time I said heinous, it was heinous. The first time I said epitome, it came out as epitome. All that to say is you should probably expect me to mispronounce quite a few words. But anyway, I want to read that book by Nadine. I want to read the last book in the Unblemished trilogy by Sarah Ella, because I've read the first 2 and her 3rd book is coming out later next year. And finally, I really need to read some books by Brandon Sanderson, just because he's a super popular fantasy author. I've heard tons about him, and I write fantasy, so I should really be read up on this. Well, those are my reading plans for the rest of this year and 2018. In the comments below, tell me what your reading plans are for 2018. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.